G'day folks, my lord, did we make so many mistakes in the previous fight. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This shambling mound, goodness, I definitely underestimated it. I thought it was just an enemy with a lot of HP, but it hit really hard. And to make matters worse, I made some fantastic decisions with the Shadowheart. Resulting in, just horrible stuff happening during that battle. But anyway, we survived it somehow, and we are going to continue our expedition here, but not before looting everything. So let's take a look at what this thing has. So an ironwood club. Okay. I mean, it's not very exciting, is it? What else do we have? More of these flowers that we have been finding all around. And plenty of these barks, right? So we should take all of it. Man, these shadow-cursed vines are really annoying. What do we have here? Putrefied tumor. And a few random things here and there. Yeah, so the corpses of all of these cursed or shadow-cursed vines, they act as, I guess, normal vines that you would find in the environment that could entangle you as well, which is really frustrating, actually. Alright, there's still a few more here and there. Let's make sure that we don't miss anything. Oh, there's more over here as well. There we go. Any more down this way? I don't think so. We'll get everyone grouped up and we'll sort of organize a few things here and there. I do need to get our summons back because they were both taken out. And I think both got taken out because of the radiant damage that we had Shadowheart doing in the previous episode, so not great. Yeah, I'm now thinking that that spell is good if we have Shadowheart in the front, and if she was sort of forced, if you will, to tank some damage. So it could still be good, though, yeah, so far, not seeing the benefits out of that. Let's get Ursa back in. And we do need Longstrider for both of them. Brilliant. Now, is there a faster way we can get down here? I think so. If we just go to the shadowed battlefield, we might be able to make it back down there pretty quickly. Yeah, let's do it. Goodness me. Yeah. I don't feel good because of the previous fight, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to make some better decisions, having learnt from my mistakes. Yeah, every time I read stuff like, oh, you know, it does damage to enemies and stuff, I should immediately just assume that it's just damage to all creatures. I'm used to a lot of RPGs where, you know, when you read that sort of stuff, it just means that you're, you know, not going to be dealing any sort of friendly fire, but in Baldur's Gate, yeah, you can bet that there's a lot of friendly fire going on with a lot of different types of spells that you might use, so we just need to be extra careful. Alright, where are we? Yeah, I guess we need to go around, and maybe we do need to jump across. It's my guess. Have we seen all of this? I think we have. How do I get up here? Can I jump up on to there, I wonder? Yeah, I'm a little confused. Perhaps maybe it's through this way, in fact. Yeah, I completely missed the fact that there's more down south. So perhaps maybe that's what we need to focus on doing. Perhaps maybe there's no way to access that area from this side. Ooh, okay. There's definitely stuff that we haven't seen here. This letter of surrender? Not sure if we've read that, actually. General Ketheric Thorm, it is with heavy heart that I must announce the surrender of the Harper forces and its allies to your Dark Justiciar army, under unanimous agreement. Harpers work against villainy and wickedness wherever they find it. So states our code. And so here have we acted, but I also know all too well how the settlement continues. But they work ever mindful of the consequences of what they do. We cannot be party to the suffering of the people of Wraithwin, and indeed of the great loss of life that this war will visit upon the Sword Coast, and perhaps beyond it. So it is written, and so let it be done. Kelvin Aronson, on behalf of the High Harper Council and its allies. Two words are slashed across the bottom of the scroll. Surrender declined. Jeez. Total annihilation, then. Yeah, we're definitely going the right way. Let's grab whatever is here. Investigation notes. The ledger is filled with tight, precise handwriting that seems to suggest a focused, analytical mind. A fresh lead has been volunteered by one of the guests in the dungeons. Praise Lady Shar for inspiring the inventor of thumbscrews. Ow. Yeah, that sounds horrible. The guest spoke of an abandoned house, see map coordinates included, that was once said to belong to a potter, but is now being used as a clandestine place of worship for Selûnite holdouts and their sympathizers. There is a chance, of course, that the guest offered up false information in a bid to end his suffering, but I suspect not. His confession had the ragged, unpolished air of truth to it. I shall endeavor to investigate at once and cautiously, best if I am not seen, and should I find any Selûnite idols or texts, I can summon reinforcements and lay a trap. Oh, what a joy it shall be to see their faces when they are caught in the act and surrounded by dark cloaks. Burzin Ronlock, Inquisitor of the Church of Lady Shar. And I guess that has something to do with the Last Light Inn. So we have looked around the Last Light Inn quite a bit, right? So this hasn't really disappeared. I don't think it's complete just yet. So perhaps maybe there's something that we've missed? I'm not sure. A Dark Justiciar mask. I think we have one of these already, right? It's not the craziest thing. A Shadow Vestige? What on earth?
You see an old boot balanced upside down on a cobbler's knee as he taps the final nail into the new sole. New.
What?
You see an old boot balanced upside down on a cobbler's knee as he taps
going on
the
here?
final nail into the new sole.
Oh, Roland's out here.
New.
So Roland's been doing a bit of work out here, apparently. Oh, gotta be careful about that. We've got one shadow there. And... where's the other one? How much HP does Roland have? 50. Definitely want to try and save him. Let's get Hunter's Mark in. Doesn't really have a lot of HP, so... the other shadow... okay, is using Shadow Blend. Which means we can't exactly see it right now. But I assume it will reveal itself to attack. I'm gonna take the high ground. And we'll end our turn there. Will, in the meantime, since he's not going to be able to take any action against this shadow, we may as well use Failer Aluve. Or we could do a dash to get some lightning charges. I don't know if they would be immune to lightning, actually. I think this is probably a better option, though. And we may as well move forward.
Coming through.
And we'll get everyone to sort of follow after. We'll tuck you up there. And Karlak. Can't really do too much there, but... let's do a dash. Close the distance.
Incoming.
Yeah, so now she's got Wrath. Hang on. Let me just have a quick look. She gets Wrath from the Garb and from Dash. So that's good. Let's end our turn there.
I'm ready.
Let's get Shadowheart in as close as possible.
Heading there.
And I might get Roland protected. Or is it better if we just try to do some damage? Might not be a bad idea to try and get some damage in. Because Roland's going to go next, even if I cast something like, you know, like Sanctuary, for instance. He's going to attack anyway, and then he'll be vulnerable. So we may as well get an attack in. Guided strike, why not?
God damn it all! I can do nothing right! Not a damn thing!
I guess it's the closest character we have to him that's going to start talking to him. Is that the way this works? What are you even doing here?
I was looking for Cal and Leah. What else? Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people.
You were trying to help your family. You're too hard on yourself.
Or not hard enough. I failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched.
Okay. Well, glad that we managed to
go for a good meal.
save him. I wish all of our people can just stop like walking into hazards all the time.
Never a dull moment.
Can be kind of annoying. Again, another couple of these orb-looking things.
She was a healer, trying to aid the wounded in the battle against the Sharans. But there were so many.
I guess these used to be people a long time ago or something, and they've become
He sensed
these
that this
shadows.
one was once a fisherman, taught by his father.
Yeah, I suppose we can get through to the other side from here.
These boots have seen everything.
Alright,
Don't burn yourself. Got
let's just guide everyone one by one so we don't get into too much trouble injuring ourselves.
Defender of the people. 2 steps at a time.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. I'll go this way.
Okay.
Still alive, so that's progress. Come on, open up.
Nice. Bit of cash. Like it. Wow. That was super lucky. I guess maybe the previous one was not a critical success though, was it? It was a 20 after adding everything together. I thought it was 2 like critical successes in a row. Gloomstrand Shield. +2 armor class. Stealth +1. Supposedly fashioned around a lock of hair stolen from the head of a prince of Gloomrot. Shields of this ilk gladly welcome the dark.
Best be on my way.
Alright, I mean, I don't really see any reason for us to go back this way. Unless I've missed a whole bunch of stuff while we were following the caravan. But I mean, we can circle back to it. I don't see any reason why we can't do that. Oh, hang on. Alright, so we're still having issues with the Blessing of Selûnite. And we are still having issues traversing the Shadowlands, even with the blessing on us. Without a light source, we'll take necrotic damage. Well, let's head back. So... No. God damn. Alright, let's just break everyone off for a second here. Jeez. Selûne's radiance protects against the lesser effects of the shadow curse, but beware, even her light cannot guard against the darkest shadows. So still, this is considered to be the darkest shadows. I wonder if there's going to be a way then for us to traverse any of this. Does it make a difference if I have additional light and Selûne's blessing? Maybe not.
Oh, the curse is too strong. My torch once they lit.
Okay. Not great. I don't know if there are certain sections that we can traverse, or... Like, for instance, if I tried to cross here, I assume we'd have the same issue. But let me backtrack to the bridge for a second. And... I really don't like having to go through all of this. Maybe I'll just... teleport myself to avoid all of that. So we can try this bridge. Yeah, okay, the Shadow Curse actually starts pretty early on in this bridge, or for this bridge, so can't really look around the bridge too much. I think I may have missed all of this stuff here. Oh, actually I have opened that chest. Okay. Is there anything down this way? Not quite. Does get us to the bridge though, or the other bridge that is. Probably not going to be able to go through it, but...
The dark is strong here. This torch is useless. There are some areas that look like they're slightly lit up.
I'm not sure if that makes a bit of a difference. I'm not sure what they're lit up with. Anyway. We're not going to be able to check all of this out. There's more stuff if we go north of the inn. Perhaps maybe that's where we should continue. Whoops, my bad. Sorry. I wanted to go to the last light inn. And obviously there's a chance for us to explore Moonrise Towers itself. But I think we should check all of this out first. I'm gonna have to disarm a whole bunch of traps though. Should I go back and have a chat with Roland? Considering everything that's happened. Maybe.
I wish we gave up and head out.
Is he... yeah, okay, he's here. Do a quick save.
Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Corral? Maybe not, Mom.
Yes, yes, you saved me from shadow creatures. No need to gloat.
Yeah, I just came to check on you, that's all.
I'm fine. It's Cal and Leah who need help.
Yep, on it. On it. Let's go down this way. So this is where the shield ends. There's actually a little bit out here that we can already reach without having to go through the booby-trapped area. We'll take a quick look. Again, let's just test the waters. Yeah, this looks fine.
That might be worth a look.
Let's see.
I wonder if there's anything going on up there. So this Umi, she really likes to sort of follow us around, doesn't she? I'm just worried about her sort of getting shadow cursed and then dying from being careless, you know?
What's hiding here? Victims of the shadow curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
Alright, weave moss. Sure, we'll take all of that. But I'm thinking there's not really too much going on out here. I think we're gonna have to go into Moonrise Towers and really figure out what's going on out there. And things are probably going to get a little bit spicy. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Alright, so Moonrise Towers it is. The other thing is, you know, lifting the Shadow Curse, right? Like... Oh yeah, come to think of it, now we don't really know how to get up this way. Strange. Anyway, let's go to the towers.
Hells. Torchlight won't last long.
And are folks going to just attack us because we have the blessing? I don't know how far out we can go now that we have Salune's blessing, but we can test things out again out here.
Even the fire is swallowed in this darkness.
Not very far at all.
Played at the ready. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Visitors.
I suppose we might want to start with the front entrance and see how we go.
I have something to ask.
Another true soul. Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Another scrying eye. Got some gobs here.
Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Yeah. You say. I wonder who that could be. I feel like this place is going to be a bit of a maze. What on earth? Let's do a quick save. My primary concern at the moment is looking for a way for us to be able to traverse through the darkness outside. But, you know, we had that check and we succeeded it, and we sort of learnt a little bit about those torches that they're using, which seem to be, you know, operated by like sacrificing pixies or something like that. So it doesn't really sound like the best thing. What the hell is going on here?
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above. Wish I had a bag of holding.
Okay. Barnabas and Tamelia. Lincella. Let's have a chat.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas? Get the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
I've never seen a tame gnoll before.
Soft and sweet as pudding, isn't he? He no longer remembers his life in the wild. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
You've actually stood before the Absolute?
I have. It is one thing to hear her voice, quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
Well, you can decide.
The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Soul.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
I don't know what the outcome will be here. I wonder if it'll just turn feral and we'll have to kill him. But then maybe we could free Barnabas? Maybe? But then yeah, anything can happen, really. I'm gonna go sever the control and see what happens. We don't have too much to catch up on if we do need to reload a previous save, so that's fine. Let's do it. Nice.
Like rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No. Barnabas, darling. No!
There's a parasite in that corpse.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I mean, we've got a lot of benefits from persuasion here, so I could just simply do this. Easy. I freed you. I'm a friend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I may as well. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do it again. Okay. And we get another inspiration, that's good. So I suppose these are all now allies. They are all showing us green on the map in comparison to the yellow for all of the guys that might turn hostile eventually. Perhaps maybe we can have a chat with all of them. And obviously there's the tadpole, right? But apparently it counts as stealing, though. They all have interesting names here. Timothy? Oh, can we not interact with all of these guys? I guess not. Or, hang on. No, we need speak with animal. There we go. I thought we already had that on, though. Yeah, okay. I guess we can't really interact with all of them. Except for maybe Barnabas? No. So, I do want that tadpole, but the concern is if I take it, someone's going to accuse us of stealing. I know someone mentioned that the best way to deal with that is to just simply leave the area, but I think I can come back for tadpoles later once, you know, once we've made enemies of all of these people, we can come back and do like a whole big session of looting, and we can pick it up then. Oh, we've got a trader. We're gonna be pretty busy deciding on what to buy in that case.
Now that would be a
Cross that bridge in a second.
For us. It's barbaric. They got plenty of prisoners for the roasting.
Look busy if you can, true soul. I hear the disciple ain't long putting idle hands to work.
Wish we was assigned to the war camp. Beer's surely better down there.
Well, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but your war camp is no more. Pilgrim. We'll have a chat in a moment.
Just a pinch of... Ah, is this hallucinogen?
Alright.
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
From the Absolutes, I assume? Arage.
The reaction failed. Perhaps I can pawn it off as a luck potion.
If ever there was a conflict in the planes of existence, a conflict that swelled up as if filled with pus bursting, only to scarify and atrophy and never heal, only swell up and squirt itself out again. A never-ending pus carnival of pain and misery. The blood war would be that conflict. That's such a disgusting way to describe the blood war. Anyway, it raged and rages still, truth be told, between the demons of the abyss and the fiends of the nine hells. Cunning Yugoloths may play one side against the other, but the conflict would swell and burst and swell again without much coaxing. It is in both sides' nature. It is in both sides' nature to fight. Okay. On weapon coatings. Have a look.
Interesting.
Group of adventurers approached me, their grins docile and earnest, and they needed my knowledge in alchemy to help them differentiate between weapon coatings. They claim to be giant hunters. Taking pity on these well-meaning morons, I explained this section of the page has been ruined beyond salvage, annotated in the margins. Someone has thoughtfully made the following note. Poisons. Poison the target and sometimes inflict an additional condition. Toxins. Deals damage over time. Oils. These inflict conditions that can harm creatures that are immune to poisons and toxins. When in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of three. 3 good twists is all it takes to grind a magpie into flakes. That felt good. I've really come to loathe that bastardly rhyme of mine. I'll leave it untouched in previous chapters, but from now on, I'm having a bit of fun with it.
The reaction failed.
Okay, let's have a chat.
Araj Baldur, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make.
Let's hear about this special offer of yours.
Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With 1 drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
What kind of potion can you make?
No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, hmm?
Can we come back to it? Maybe. I'm just gonna say no for now and do a quick save. Hopefully we can come back to it.
Very well. If there's anything else you need, let me know.
Let's do a quick save, and just in case somehow the blood reveals that we're betraying these guys, who knows.
With 1 drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
So, what are you planning to do with your share?
Research, naturally. We Ablodras are simply curious by nature.
Okay. Something to do with Ablodra, probably, or the family. Sure. Let's do it.
Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. And if I may, would you have a moment to discuss another more personal matter? Truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know you travel with a delightful Nightwalker in your retinue. Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both, handsomely.
Yeah, we'll see if we can bring Astarion into the party. What kind of proposal, though?
I will speak of it when he is here, not before. But it will be to your advantage. I promise.
You aren't working for Cazador, are you?
Don't say such a thing. Don't dash my hope.
What is that elixir? Human versatility. Mundane pluckiness grants you proficiency in all skills until the next long rest, due to the wily resourcefulness now bubbling within it. Okay. I should actually tidy up a little bit, shouldn't I? Got quite a few things that I probably don't need to bring with me. Maybe even some of these things. Don't need them right away. And that. Alright. Let's take a look at the wares, though.
Welcome back, true soul.
What do we have here? Circlet of Hunting. Hunter's Eye. You gain a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls against creatures marked by Hunter's Mark, True Strike, Fairy Fire, and Guiding Bolt. Well, we do use Hunter's Mark very often. Life charges. When the wearer gains lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. Yeah. It is quite useful, but I mean, it's very conditional, isn't it? During combat. As soon as we lose it, we don't have those hit points anymore. I feel like having additional damage for Hunter's Mark sounds like a good replacement. About 500 gold, that's not too bad. Hat of Storm Scion's Power. Thunderous Acuity. When the wearer deals thunder damage, they gain Arcane Acuity. Affected entity has a +1 bonus to its spell attack rolls and spell difficulty class. Yeah, sounds like a good one for Gale, that's for sure. I might have to sort of calibrate his prepared spells to be able to do thunder damage regularly, if we do take that. Robe of Exquisite Focus. Again, probably another one for Gale. +1 bonus to spell save DC. That sounds pretty good. And here we go, a cloak. Thunderskin Cloak. When a creature with reverberation deals damage to the wearer, the creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw or become dazed. I need to figure out who is going to be applying reverberation onto enemies if we do want to buy this one. Risky Ring. Gain advantage on attack rolls and receive disadvantage on saving throws. Arcane Bolstering. Each time they dash, the wearer gains Arcane Charge for 2 turns. While threatened, affected entity has a +2 bonus to damage with spells. I can't say that sounds too good, because that would imply that the spellcaster would need to be, you know, in the face of enemies directly, which is something that we would want to avoid. But again, I've misunderstood a lot of things anyway, so you guys can let me know if this these pairs of boots are actually worthwhile or not. But so far I'm thinking like at least these 3 definitely look worthwhile. I'm still unsure about the cape. Depends on whether or not we're really utilizing reverberation very often. I won't spend my money immediately though, because look, we're not making enemies with all of these guys immediately either, and I'm keen on
come back anytime.
You know, still exploring the entire tower before we make some decisions. And I'll be definitely looking out for your suggestions there for this particular trader. I'm sure there'll probably be a few more traders here that we'll have to sort of figure out whether or not we want to, you know, spend our money on. Ooh, what do we have going on here?
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minthara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
I don't know. I feel like this would be out of character if we're, you know, trying to stay undercover. And I'm just sort of thinking about how far we have to reload if things go south. Because I do want to go back to that trader and buy stuff if this is the next interaction we must have. Alright. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, don't kill them.
A new true soul come to share their wisdom?
We did as we were told. We're loyal to the Absolute. Tell him!
Silence!
True soul, you have seen these goblins at work, have you not? What say you?
I wonder if the goblins here in this area could, you know, become allies if we try to save them. They're faithful to the Absolute, I'll give them that.
See? What I tell ya? Praise the Absolute.
Faith without action is anemic, sickly, in a word, useless. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
Oh. With his bare hands.
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
What am I meant to do with them exactly?
They are yours. You can release them, kill them, or feed them to each other for all I care. Just deal with them. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
Yeah, we're going to release them, that's for sure. Yeah. Release them.
Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
Yeah. Alright. Catherick Thorm. seemingly undying or unable to be killed. I wasn't expecting to bump into him straight away. I thought because this was a tower, perhaps maybe he'd be, you know, located somewhere on the upper floors. But yeah, he's got a straight up sort of throne right here. There's a lot of people to interact with here. And I was a little bit afraid before, thinking that we might not get a chance to, you know, go back to the trader and do our trading. Let's have a chat with various people.
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
I'm guessing there could be some conversations that we won't be able to back out from and might result in us going into a fight.
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pilgrims, eh?
An honor, true soul.
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Zrel.
Okay. Suppose we're going to have a chat with Zrel. Again, we're still looking for protection from the Shadow Curse. Yeah, wants to entrust us with a task, so we're gonna have to have a chat with them. Alright, let's backtrack a little bit this way.
I saw it, true soul. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time.
Which army do you mean?
Us? We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm, ready.
Okay.
Absolute holds us all to her design. You'll find
In her name.
Oh, this is... yeah, okay. I'm misunderstanding. So we went left and explored all of this. We haven't been back there, but that leads us back outside, I believe. Sorry, just wanting to be thorough, but perhaps maybe I should go through this door and explore the left side first. I'm getting the feeling there is probably another trader on the other side. Like on the right of the tower, that is. The main entrance of the tower.
Hey, soldier.
Whoops. Okay. Steel Claw. Pretty badass name for a cat. Is it a cat? I think so. Ooh, okay, Mind Flayer Tadpole. A dead one, though.
These are the stalking grounds of Steel Claw, furless one. Tread lightly. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
A fellow hunter is a welcome sight. Any tips on hunting tadpoles?
Focus. Dedication. Utmost vigilance.
I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards!
You know that tadpole's dead, right?
Lies, it merely pretends. But I'm a patient hunter. I will wait for it to stir, and then I will strike. Now I must return to my prey. It has been too long since it felt the bite of fear.
We're getting a lot of inspiration here. I was sort of hoping that in the event, or any chance that this tadpole is actually still alive, we could just take it. Okay, so this should get us in, and we should be able to explore the rest of the ground floor of the tower. I don't know if there's anything in the basement of this tower, but I suppose we might try to see if we can find an entrance to a basement of some kind. Oh, okay. Mig. Alright, we're going to have a chat, but I think we'll do that in the next episode, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it, otherwise stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.